Hey friends, my name is Steve Guttenberg and I am the Audiophiliac and I have COVID and my voice is a disaster. I apologize. But I did want to just drop in and say hi. Here I am. I'm not going away. I'll be posting regular videos shortly. This video is just sort of just basically to reconnect and do a little thought piece on reviews and what is the value of a review. Now, I see audio reviews function and purpose is basically to provide information. That's the first goal, right? Here's some really interesting, cool products. That's essentially what I'm saying when I do a review. Products that are exciting enough to me that I wanted to make a review. Many products aren't, for all sorts of reasons. So the ones that make the cut meet that standard. Now, like I said, I've been doing this a really long time, and I'm trying to entertain you. I'm trying to make it fun. This isn't brain surgery or anything. This is supposed to be an exciting hobby that gets you more into music and also, more into the gear itself in some proportion. Music, gear, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. If it's all music and a little bit of gear, that's cool. If it's mostly gear and just a little bit of music, that's okay too. I don't want to judge anybody about how you approach the audiophile hobby, whether you self-identify as an audiophile or not. It's not a concern of mine. The main thing is that you're here. So anyway, I want to provide information. But please understand, my goal here isn't to provide all of the information because it's just tedious. When I read other people's reviews and there's a couple of paragraphs about the buttons and the function, I don't care. It's just not that important. If you really want to know, all that stuff is on the company's website. So if you need the tiny little details of the design, I'm probably not the right guy for you. I'm here to give you my impression of the product itself. How does it look? How does it feel? Is it well crafted? Those sorts of things. When you use it, does it feel good to use? Like when you're playing a turntable or playing a CD player or something. How does it feel to actually use it? That's really important to me. Knob feel. I think I might have come up with that term, but whether I did or not, how it feels to touch it is really, really important. I know that most people who read reviews or watch audio reviews are not watching them because they're considering buying the product, that they're about to pull the trigger on something. Some do, but it's a tiny number. It could be 2% or 3% or 6%. It's 90+% of the people who consume reviews are not doing it because they're going to buy the thing. No, that's not the way this works. Never was, and never will be, People watch reviews for entertainment. That's the gig. Okay, I think you got that message. But one other thing that I think is really cool about reviews, being a reviewer, is that some people want me to review products they already own. And I think that is really interesting. Because if I review a product that you already have, and then how I describe the product, how it looks and feels and how it sounds, and my description aligns with yours, then you can conclude that when I review products that you're unfamiliar with, that we are on the same page. Or the opposite, if I review a product and my opinions and observations don't align with yours, he'll say, Guttenberg he's not the right guy for me. And that's fine too. But I'm just saying, so when people ask about that, I get it. Now, of course, before you ask me, have you reviewed this or something? Well, you could just Google and say Steve Guttenberg, Audiophiliac, product name, and you will know if I've reviewed it. So, because if you ask me, sometimes I forget that I've reviewed it. I've reviewed thousands of things in my life, so I don't remember them all. Anyway, it comes in all flavors and sizes. But as for the really important part of the review, how does this thing sound? Well, now, I got to be frank with you. The time I put into a review varies a lot. Now, some of them stretch out for weeks, sometimes months, but most of them are a matter of days, because I review 60 or 70 or 80 products a year. I can't spend months working on each one, right? So it varies a lot. But what I'm giving you in the review, in the sound impressions, is my impressions of it. It's not a scientific report. It's how I felt about it at the time I did the review. That's it. I know some people want it to be more precise. They want measurements, they want blind tests, they want all these things. If that's what you want, I'm sorry, I'm not your guy. So, or sound demos. An area that still, after all these years, mystifies me, that some people think that they can hear the product I'm reviewing over their speakers or headphones and have any inkling of what it sounds like. I think that is virtually impossible. And I'll tell you why I think that. Because when I've heard sound demos of products that I actually do know, I know it's completely irrelevant that the sound that I'm hearing over speakers or my headphones doesn't tell me anything about the sound of that product. It usually sounds like a very reverberant room. That's what it sounds like. So for all sorts of reasons, I don't do sound demos. If that's important to you, again, I'm sorry, I'm not your guy. But anyway, I love what I do. I truly do. And I enjoy turning people on to new music. And that's one of the best parts of what I do, is because it is, as they say here, ultimate cliche, it is all about the music. Absolutely. The gear is there to serve the music. But the gear itself is pretty darn important. How well it serves the music is the question, right? Does it pull you in? Does it excite you? You want to play more and more and more? These are probably the most important questions about any audiophile's system is, are you into it? Are you bored? Do you stop listening too quickly because you find other things to do? If all that's happening, you're bored, that is, and you're finding other things to do, then you need to make some changes. If you're enjoying your system and you just keep playing it and enjoying it more and more, you're good. You don't have to buy anything. You're set. Anyway, yeah, my job as a reviewer. For many years, I wrote for Home Theater magazine, and I was reviewing home theater speaker systems and AV receivers and integrated amplifiers, that kind of stuff. That's a completely different mindset, because the video part, the movie part is so dominant. The visual part, the story in the movie is so dominant that the sound is there in a purely supportive role. It's there to serve the image, to serve the story, to serve the movie, right? But in two-channel audio, which is my area right now, the music is the star. It's the whole ball of wax. So the more you're into it, that's good. The less you're searching, you're looking or something, well, I'm here to help you find possibly the next thing that's going to make you happy. A happy or a happier audiophile. So thank you for listening this far into my croaking voice video today. If you like what I'm doing, very important. I want to send out a big thank you to all of my patrons who have sent me messages of support for my COVID journey here, right? Because I sent out a message to everybody, all my patrons, and the support was fantastic. I thank you so much, guys. It's so great to hear from you, know that you're out there, and yeah, it's fantastic. So a big thank you to you guys. If you're interested in my Patreon, the address is on the screen right now, and you can check it out and decide for yourself. But anyway, so now we're going to move on to the next portion of today's show, and that is Audiophiliac Viewer Systems of the Day. I don't know how many I'm going to insert right here, 3 or 4, maybe 5. We'll see. We'll see what I find quickly, and I can assemble that and put it up, and you guys can revel in the amazingness of your systems, the Audiophiliac Viewer Systems, which is one of the best things about my job, is turning the camera around and letting you guys see each other's stuff. I'm very proud of that. Anyway, so here we go, Audiophiliac Viewer Systems, and I'll be right back. We have a tasty selection of viewer systems of the day, starting with this one, Melton's. He is a middle school teacher in Central Washington, and this is his vintage Macintosh system. He has a 1959 Macintosh C20 preamp, a 1960 Mac MC240 power amp, JBL 4425 speakers. Turntable is a Technics SL1300 with an Audio-Technica VM95ML cartridge. Next up is Bo. He's 28 years old. He lives in Sydney, Australia. His turntable is a Riga P6 with a Riga Ania moving coil cart, a Riga Phono preamp, Prima Luna Dialogue Premium HP integrated amp running EL34 tubes, Harbeth 30.2 anniversary speakers, Schiit Magni Heresy headphone amp, Schiit Madi 3 Plus DAC, and the headphones are Shure SRH 1840 openbacks. Juiced, I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly, is 46 years old. He lives in the Netherlands. His first introduction to hi-fi came when he was 8 years old, when his father bought a turntable amp and some speakers. Right now he has a Clear Audio Concept turntable with an Ortophon 2M black cartridge, Project 2-Box S, a Blue Sound Node 2, Lin Magic 1, he's using that as a preamp, and Lin LK140, that's the power amp, he bought that secondhand. And, the speakers are DIY Vifa, built by a friend who did a very nice job. That's nice. Krishman is a minimalist audio enthusiast. That's how he describes himself. His CD transport is a Musical Fidelity M1. He's thinking about upgrading to a Jay's Audio CDT MK2 soon. DAC is a Denafreps Terminator. For spinning vinyl, he has an Edwards Audio Turntable Mark III with PhonoStage. The network streamer is an SOTM SMS200 Ultra. Preamp is a Tortuga Audio single-ended passive preamp. The power amps, there's two of them, they're monoblocks, are Schiit Vidars. And the speakers are Monitor Audio PL100. I love the look of Frank's system. He's running mono SE845 Class A 50-watt tube amps running Pisvane T845 tubes. Then there's a matching 2-chassis all-tube preamp with Pisvane T417s. I never heard of that one. Digital music player is an Opera Consonance Reference 825. And the speakers are Audi's AMT5 Excellence. Thank you, Frank. All right, friends, that was fun. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Steve Guttenberg. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, consider joining my Patreon. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And when you do, hit the notification bell so you'll know every time there's an amazing new episode. And that's all I got. So, again, thanks for all the support. Hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Bye-bye.